using the area and the perimeter of a circle, and you have 140 degrees in the sector that you're working with. So we need to remember, first of all, the formula for the circumference of a circle and for the area of a circle. So the circumference is pi times diameter, and the area is pi times r squared. So we're going to be using those equations. You might use 2 times pi times r instead of pi times diameter, and that is also totally okay. So for the first part, you need to find the perimeter of the shaded version. So for this, we first of all need to find the perimeter of this edge here, or the length of that edge. Now that is the perimeter of the circle that has a radius of just 6 centimeters. So first of all, we can do for the perimeter, or for the arc length, it's 2 times pi times 6, so 2 pi r, and we need to multiply that by 140 over 360, which is the proportion of the circle we want. So it's this degree that we want here. And then we also need, so this is the pink line, then we also want this line here at the back, and for this one the perimeter is 2 pi times, and it's 10 centimeters. So this is somewhere that you need to make sure you don't go wrong, because it's actually both of those measurements together. So it's 10 centimeters. And we still need to times that by the 140 over 360. So that gives me the outside measurement. And then we also need to remember that we have to add on the 4 and the 4 for the 2 ends of the circle as well. So we need to make sure that we also remember to add on 4 and add on another 4 for the 2 ends. So in total, we can just put that into our calculator. We have 2 times pi times, and then we have 6, and then times, and it's 140 over 360. So that's the first one. And we're going to add to that with 2 times pi times, and it's 10 times, and this one is 140 over 360, and we want to add to that 4 and 4. So in total, I get there 47.1 to 3 significant figures. So the final answer for the perimeter of the shape is 47.1 centimeters to 3 significant figures. And then part B, for this one, I need to work out the area. So for this question, I want to work out the area of the larger shape and then subtract the area of the smaller circle, which is then going to give me this kind of line or marker pen around the edge. Okay, now obviously we just have a sector, so we're going to take that larger sector, and then we're going to subtract from that the smaller sector, so that we then just have left this section here. So we need to work out the largest area first, which is pi times r squared, so pi times 10 squared, again times 140 over 360, and we're going to subtract from that the smaller circle, so pi times 6 squared times 140 over 360, and if I type that into my calculator, I get 78.2 centimeters squared to 3 significant figures. So in terms of the mark, there is 1 mark for correctly working out one of the circles, 1 mark for remembering to add the +4, and 1 mark for the answer. And then for the second half here, there's 1 mark for the method or answer for each of the areas, and then another mark for subtracting them and finding the full answer.